This is the Dynafish Xiaonian. It is a Chinese running shoe that is getting a huge amount of buzz in the running shoe geek kind of space as a Chinese version of Megablast, which comes in at £97. So, is it all hype, or is it worth getting yourself onto the internet and ordering a pair from China? Let's find out. Hey, my name's Jim and you're watching Race Day. Today we have the Dynafish Xiaonian, a shoe which has been compared to the Megablast, which is a £210 super trainer, which you probably can't get at the minute. It seems to be sold out everywhere. So lots of people seem to be reaching for this. £97 on AliExpress. You might be able to get it cheaper somewhere else. And yeah, Dynafish Xiaonian. I'll put the name on the screen because really it doesn't matter if I'm saying it right or wrong. What matters is that you know what to type into AliExpress to order yourself one of these. I have to say that I've been doing loads of miles. I'm absolutely knackered, to be honest. I'm trying to run 100 miles this week in my marathon training, and I'm at the point in marathon training where my body is just really a bit exhausted. I just want to go to sleep. But I've done a load of those miles in this. A load of those miles this past kind of week and a half. And I have to say, it's an absolute delight to run in. It just feels so comfortable. So a bit about it. There is no carbon plate in this. This is all TP foam. A big stack of foam. But I've found it to be really comfortable to run in, really stable. I've not had any problems. You might think that such a wad of foam is going to cause you problems, but it's kind of the right consistency between being soft enough on the foot and pretty hard. It's chewy foam on the bottom. A big stack of foam. There is a drop on it. I think it's 8mm. But really, what I've been using this for is just banging out loads of miles. So I think you would call it a super trainer, perhaps. A shoe that isn't a race shoe, isn't a daily trainer. A shoe that I'm hitting the pavement with, getting a load of miles. And this must be up past 50 miles now. Dead comfortable. Before wearing this for those miles, I was using the Megablast, which I've got up to over 200 miles now. And yeah, I think that they are comparable. My feeling when I put this on after the Megablast with 200 miles was that it's just really soft, really feels nice. The upper is pretty thin on the sides, but it's got a lot of comfort around here, a nice padded tongue, so that all felt really comfortable. It's got the big stack of foam. So the inside, when I first got it, felt a bit slippy on my first run, and the laces, could perhaps be a bit better, but then I've been spoiled with some really nice laces that haven't caused me any problems recently. Just a double knot on it, and it is no problem at all. How much of it is down to the price? I mean, £97 for a shoe which is maybe not quite as good as the Megablast, but comparable, which comes in at £210. That's a huge saving. So I think a lot of the buzz around this is it's a really good shoe, which is at a good price, which I think can be said of a lot of Chinese shoes at the minute. Going back a couple of months, I had no Chinese shoes in my shoe rotation. Right now, I've got about 9 pairs. So I've just deep dived into Chinese shoes, and I see lots of people doing the same because you can get some incredible bargains out there. And as I say, I'm banging out 80 miles last week, 100 miles this week. I'm going through shoes. So at that kind of mileage, doing 300 miles in, a little over 3 weeks. I need to replace my shoes every 3 to 4 weeks. And so a shoe which costs £97 rather than £210 and feels dead good just makes sense to me. I think the one thing that I don't really like about this shoe is, why the hell does it have to be white? But I think that's really a personal preference. I have friends who have seen it and said, what on earth are you wearing? They're Dynafish? What brand is that? The one thing that they have said is that they like the look of it, that it looks like a good trainer. I really do love the green Megablasts I've got, so I'd like to see this in some different colours. The upper on it is really thin and breathable, so I think that this is going to be a good shoe as it starts to get a bit warmer. And I mean, all my miles in the UK the past few weeks have been on wet roads, and this has given me no problems at all. It's a good enough grip. I have to admit that most of my miles in it have been like pretty much banging out easy miles. I've not done sessions in it, and I don't personally think that this is a shoe which I would choose to do sessions in. I've got a ton of other shoes which I will use for that. Yeah, I guess the other thing to mention is how light it is. So you've got a huge stack of foam, yet it's a really light shoe. And as someone who loves light shoes, is always running in light carbon plated racers for my sessions, like I really do like the fact that this is so light. So I mean, I think that there's little argument for £97 for this shoe. Like, just get on AliExpress and get it. It's a great shoe. It should be, if you're doing marathon training, if you're like eating up lots of miles, this is a shoe that you should have in your rotation. And at that kind of price, take my word for it, it's good. But if it's an average shoe at £97, is that going to be the worst thing? For me, really good shoe, and the price makes it an unmissable buy. Go get it. So if you liked this, if you want to know about other Chinese running shoes, I've got lots of Chinese running shoe reviews coming up. So like, subscribe, notify, whatever you want. But I hope this has been useful to you. Cheers.